Hey everybody! I'm here today to show you and tell you how to fold a washcloth towel like a pro. I'll be going over 5 easy ways that you can fold a washcloth towel just like this one. Now, washcloth towels come in different sizes. This is just one example, but they can be a little bit bigger or a little bit smaller. And that's why I'm giving you 5 different examples of how to fold them, because you can choose whichever method works best for you and the way that you want to organize and store your washcloth towels and the size of a towel that you have. Let's get right into the video. The first method is extremely simple. We're going to take it, we're going to fold it in thirds, just like this, okay? Roughly thirds, doesn't have to be exact. And then we're going to take it, we're going to fold it in thirds in the opposite way, just like that. We now have it folded in thirds and in thirds in 2 different directions. We're now going to take it, flip it over, and you have a nice side facing up. Very simple. You can also, if you're putting them in a box, for instance, you can also stack them. So this is a really useful way, and it's fast. That's the beauty of this. Now the next method, method number 2, is also really easy, but it's going to be more dependent on the size of your washcloth towel, whether you use method 1 or method 2, because they produce a very similar result, slightly different, but very similar. We're going to start off by folding it in half, okay? Then we're going to fold it in thirds in the opposite direction. So now we're folding it in thirds. Try to keep your fold straight. It just makes the end result look better, by the way. Roughly thirds, once again. It doesn't have to be exact, but the more precise that you are, the better off it's going to be. And then at this point, you can leave it like this, flip it over, okay, and you get a nice design showing. Or you can fold it in half again to have an even smaller form factor. Once again, flip it over, stand it upright, stack them in a box like that. It's up to you. Very simple, okay? That is method number 2. Very similar methods number 1 and 2. 1 is thirds and thirds, and then 2 involves some half folding, okay? But very similar, okay? Number 3, method number 3 is essentially you're going to fold it into thirds to make it like a thin towel, basically. So we're not folding it in thirds like that, because that would still be a little bit too thick. We're going to make it thin, so fold it in thirds to make it thin, just like that, okay? So now we have a super thin towel. You want to have your tag facing in right now, because we're going to be hiding that tag momentarily. So wherever you have your tag now, what you want to do is that's going to be the side that you're going to fold. I apologize about that. And this is going to tuck into this side. So we're going to bring this side, and you can do it roughly in the middle. I like to go a little bit further out and offset it a bit. So this is about, I would say, 2/3 of the way over. You're going to open up this fold right over here, and the side with the tag, you're going to just tuck it into this, okay? You're going to tuck it into that nicely like that, just like that, and sort of pat it down. And as you can see, now we have this beautiful design, and it's held together really nicely. So that's another option. That is your option number 3. Now for option number 4 is really cool because it keeps the towel together. So now for option number 4, really easy to do. What you're going to do is take one end, fold it in, and then fold it onto itself, okay? So once again, in and onto itself, just as you can see right there, okay? You only need a couple of inches for this. You can do a little bit bigger if you want to. You know, this is what's going to be keeping it together. So yeah, you can definitely do it bigger. If you want to, it's kind of completely up to you. I'm going to go a little bit bigger. So we'll go like that. That's a few inches, okay? So now I take this part that I folded onto itself, and I'm going to place that facing the ground, just like that. So you can see this is where it's folded onto itself, facing the ground, just like that. I just gave it a little bit more slack under there. Now what we're going to do is take this, and in the opposite direction, fold it into thirds. So here's 1/3 right there. Always try and get your tag on the inside. It just looks better in the end. It's not the end of the world if you have it on the outside, but looks much better if you keep it on the inside. So we're folding it in thirds like that. Then we're going to take the side that has no flap. So this side has no flap. We're going to roll it really tightly. Okay? The tighter that you roll it, the better off that this will be. So try and roll it really tightly. It's going to give you a better end result, fewer wrinkles, and a stronger hold. Now at this point, you can see that we have this flap right over here. We're going to take this flap, and we're going to sort of pull it out. We're going to sort of unflap it, I guess you can call it, and wrap it around the towel. We're going to wrap it onto itself. So now we're going to unflap it, wrap it around the towel, just like that, okay? So I'm wrapping it around the towel and you end up with a nice, super tight fold. And look at this, your towel stays within itself. You can lay them out on the countertop. It looks amazing, and it's really easy to do, okay? And, you know, it keeps them together and wrinkle-free for the most part, which is fantastic, okay? And you can see, like, it takes a lot of work to get it out, so it's not going to come unraveled by itself if you did it properly. Now, for the fifth method over here, we're going to do what I just like to call corner to corner. And you can be very creative with this, but you're going to take each corner and you're going to sort of bring it to another corner. You can do this however you want to, but I'll bring this corner to this one first off, like that, okay? So we'll do that first, okay? Now I'll probably take, let's just make it nice and straight so it looks good when it's done. Now I'll probably take this corner right here, bring it over to this corner, or I can even do this corner, right? You can be very creative with it, okay? Then maybe I'll flip it over, okay, and expose some of the folds, and I will take this corner, bring it over here to this one, okay, just like that. This one follows suit like that, okay? Then maybe I'll take this corner and I'll flip it over, and I'll take this corner, bring it over like this, okay? And then I can leave it like that for an interesting design, or I can flip it over like that for another interesting design. And the sky's the limit, because you can create different designs like this, so you can always have something that looks interesting. I can fold this within itself. There are many different options, but your corner to corner is going to be your creativity that you can express through designing your washcloth however you want to design it with regards to the shape and the folds that you can see. That's basically it. If you like this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you think down below as a comment. And of course, be sure to subscribe for more great videos just like this one. And that's all I have for you today. Thanks for watching.